And we're back. So we're continuing on with our second level here. Now you can see that I've already put in this little platform here. It's about 16 inches wide and of course the 2 feet deep, right? It's just a stable platform that I'll be able to put my bridge kit on, that I can kind of stabilize the wood on either side to as well. And that'll basically support whatever wood I've got transitioning over this way, and then that way as well. This will also give me a stable platform to put my road in and whatnot, and start the area to which you're going to be, entering the downtown area. So that's completely level. I already checked that. And if my math serves me right, God willing, it will be at the right height once I add that foam to here, add the bridge piers and all that up here. All I have to do is add the cork, and then it'll be level right across. I hope, because there's no cork on the top of these. You just put the track on and it goes across, and then whatever. Then you ballast it and it's all fun. But yeah, so I had to make sure all the measurements were correct so that it all lines up basically, and hopefully, hopefully it works. So yeah, you guys remember this stuff. This was from my last layout, and I managed to clean them up as much as I could. And I might do a bit of corrective painting on here and whatnot, and fix them up a little bit more before I implement them. But I want to make sure everything fits first. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this up on here, and I'm going to do the measurements and make sure that's all good before I continue. So I did cut a notch out of the back section of this wood because of the way that the arm comes down. You can kind of see like a little bit of a bubble of the backdrop there. So I didn't want this right tight up against it, because then it throws it off. Yeah, it is what it is. But it'll make for great sloping downward section just on the other side there, just to bring in the scenery a bit more. So I did leave a little bit of a gap, probably from, well, you can see where the cut is right there. Next up, obviously you can see that I have my supports in, and when I didn't tack it down yet, so you can obviously see like that needs to be tacked down in the back corner there. But yeah, so that's the height right there. That's what I'd be going with. And when we look, so the bridge is in place, it's on the abutments, and the track is level as long as there's obviously cork on there, because there's going to be cork all on here, and the cork goes right up to the abutment, and then the track smoothly and levelly, if that's a word, goes across the actual thing, the bridge. Yeah, the bridge. Okay, so math, it works. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, you can see like I added a little lip piece there to be able to attach those pieces to. I've got another one here which I'm going to attach to the other side, and then once those are in, I can then at that point glue that cork down, because I need to drill down from the top of it. And I'm feeling pretty good about this. Like that's, but what's going to happen still is that once this is all, or that's all situated, this is all going to get cut off here. I have to figure out the curves in, which I'm going to do next. And that's going to be obviously from this front bridge here. It's going to come across and then come right down into here. So I have to do an uber curve here. And it's going to go up there, cut that off. It'll make this lighter. Then I have to figure out a curve to go into here, cut the foam, etc., etc. And then that piece will be good to just lock into place there. I don't even have to lock this foam in yet, because I have to do all the track work, all the cork and all that fun stuff up there. Well, no, I'm going to pull that down and I'll do it down here, and then I'll be able to put it up there. and it'll be in place. It's kind of tough to work with all these beams in the way, so I'll be able to pull that down. But yeah, this here can go lock it into place, and yeah, then continue. Then I can put that into place and then continue on that way. All right, so now because I know where roughly my tracks are gonna go, I have to work out where roughly where my switches are gonna go. So you can see my blue lines here. They go into the straight, which would line up with that bridge there, and they come back and then they will sync up right about here. I've got a number 7 here, which goes right there, and I've got enough room underneath where I can put a switch machine and nothing will get in its way. And then we're coming along this way. I used one of my smaller pieces that wasn't a full quarter turn, and I lined it up with this. I cut the curve here, and I cut the straight here, and I still got to put a piece in here to hold that level like that. I put a relief cut in here so this can come down a little bit. Won't be too much, but you know, it'll sort itself out, most likely. You'll notice that I also cut a huge chunk off, which made this piece here a lot lighter because I removed a good, section of it. And all in here, I'm gonna fill that in after, but basically, yeah, we're gonna go into the downtown here, which is really neat. Now I did attach this piece to here, and I'm gonna be able to run cork right up and around and right up to the bridge abutment there, which is really neat because I'm now exiting the helix, and yeah, then I'll need some more black paint because I totally ran out. But this one's going to continue on through. This is going to continue up this way, and now I got to kind of figure out how it's coming off of here into another number 7, which is going to then go off this way. So that's basically what's next. All right, so I've been busy. So I'm gonna just kind of show you here roughly what it is that I've been working on. And I will do that with the help of a switch, which I'm going to sit right here. This is still kind of drying, so I won't be doing too much until that is done. I cut a piece of wood and I put it obviously in here. I cut out the piece of foam that, the 1/2-inch piece there. It's not really going to affect it. I'm trying to use up my scraps as well as use, obviously, full sheets for whatever it is I need to do. So I had this one, it fit perfectly. I just had to cut out the curve there, and it came to a point, so I just cut it straight there as well. I did remove some foam underneath, as you can see, because I'll be able to put a switch machine right in here for this. And I also have a switch machine that I'll be putting right here for this one. And yeah, so that's it. That piece here is in place. It's just being, held down right now, just for now. And this will exit, and this will go up this this curved piece right here. So I've got the inside track, and then this is going to be the outside track, and it's just going to continue up. Very exciting stuff. This piece here is not glued in yet, but it'll fit in there just like a puzzle. As you can kind of see, it just goes into the curve and then it goes into this curve. There is a little bit of a gap here, but this will get covered over. You won't even know that's there. Yeah, and the cork, right. So continue the cork right along here. And in the last shot, this was not connected to here, but I did connect it. It's a smooth transition. Then I put some of these blocks here so that I can put a little bit of a fascia hanging down right about here. Probably not going to go any further than that, just because obviously I don't want that train to hit the fascia that comes down. I just want to block all this here, right? I don't want anybody to really see any of this stuff. So fascia goes like this, and then it'll come down, and this will be wide open here, but the fascia still continues on this way. Got to plan ahead. Always plan ahead, because obviously the screw screws like right under the cork there, just to hold this little piece here in place. So I want to make sure that I'd be able to tack the fascia to something there. So cork continues right along, and then it splits into 2 tracks, which goes right to the abutment here. Very nice. Still gotta sort all this out here, but when we look at it, whoops, come on. So that'll go like that. This will go like that. And the trains will continue right across the bridge. I still got to do that back section and do the cork for there and leading into the yard and for exiting. But literally, like, I got a bunch of this stuff done today and I'm very excited. I'll be able to paint most of this black tomorrow, and or brown. Black for the helix, and then brown for up here for the starting of this section of the layout. And I'm very excited. I mean, again, it's a lot of math. It's a lot of, you know, making some changes here and there, but I'm very excited overall. And then with this here, when I go to do some scenery, much like what I did down here where it connected right to the bottom section of the helix and then it goes down, I'm gonna make like a bump or a mound here, maybe add some trees. As long as it doesn't get in the way of the ladder that's gonna go up this way, then it should be okay. But I kind of want to blend this section here in as much as possible, so that basically I can make it look more like part of the layout as opposed to it just being like some little diamond thing there in the middle. But that's my goal. I'm not doing that right now, but eventually. If I run out of things to do, or if I run out of material, I can always come back and I'll be like, I'll do that. And then I'll just do my cardboard thing and plaster cloth and all that. And yeah, just kind of keep working at it and keep going. Still got another 5-6 days left of my vacation, so I'm gonna try to get as much of this done as I can. So, but that's basically the scene that you're looking at right there. And then this is gonna be a all downtown area, businesses and stuff. So cool beans. That's yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. I'm go via or go home. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more, because there's tons more to do. But until next time, I've got a train to catch. So I'll be seeing you around.